Hey, Cooter. Joe, check this out. There's anywhere but here, man, on this here podcast.
Oh, I like me some podcasts, man.
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about anywhere but here.
What's anywhere but here? Anywhere but here in Mississippi?
No, man, anywhere but here over in England.
Hey, we ain't in England.
I know, but that's where the England's from.
What?
Hey, Cletus, remember when we went and saw that movie about the wars in the stars and they had like lightsabers and stuff like that? Well, these people here talk about things we like.
Really?
I guarantee.
Well, hot diggity damn. What we waiting for?
Anywhere but here podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here. This is episode 99. I am Tom.
Hello, man.
And you can find us at abhpod.com, where up in the right-hand corner, it's probably too late for Christmas now. You can find an Amazon banner where you can go through and do all of your Christmas shopping online, and we'll get 5% kickback. It pays for our website, it pays for our domain name updates and blah and things.
And things and stuff and things.
Yeah, and I really shouldn't have been trying to send a text message while that intro was going.
And I really shouldn't have been making sure my phone was on silent. So there's like a real mad dash before. If you watch YouTube, you'll probably see the tail.
You'll get it because you can find us on YouTube at
Yes.
youtube.com/ABH podcast.
You can, if you do want to watch us, which you can this week. Because we couldn't last week. We did the week before, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah,
it was just
probably.
last week when we had Sonia on, which actually went quite well.
Yes,
By all
did,
accounts.
didn't it?
Yes, so you can find us YouTube. You can if you go to our website abhpod.com, on the right hand side, if you click on shows in the menu.
Yes.
There's got to be an easier way to do this bit.
There hasn't there?
You click on the shows in the menu.
Yep.
And you choose whichever podcast you want, whoever you want Anywhere But Here that you're listening to now, or one of our other two, which is Ship Time Transit or the Tom and Joe Show.
Indeed.
When you click on each of those, on the right-hand side, there will be links where you can find us at Stitcher and at iTunes.
Yes.
If you can go to those places and you can subscribe.
Yeah, which means you don't have to keep going to the website.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess,
yeah. But you should, to use the Amazon banner anyway,
Yeah,
because you're
exactly.
that kind.
Yeah.
So, and while you're on iTunes and Stitch, you might as well give us reviews or ratings.
Yeah,
as
I
well
think-
as subscribing. You know, it's only a little bit of extra work. I'm
Yeah.
trying to shift my chair. It's really weird.
and at some point we will read those ratings and reviews out
Yeah, when we get a nice
when we
load of
remember.
Yeah. I haven't checked, I'm going to be honest.
You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/abhpod, where you can get in touch with us, send us news stories that you find interesting, pictures of kittens,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
It is the internet after all.
Yeah.
Kittens and
Yeah,
cats.
I got sucked into watching animal videos this week.
Did you? I got this morning. I was sucked into. On Reddit, I was looking at the Reddit subreddit. First impressions, which is where people would just post a picture of themselves.
Right.
Say like, give me your first impression. Who do you think I am? What do you think I do?
Okay.
That's really interesting, especially when you get the people who are honest. Like, you look like you're kind of stuck up and you care about your image and you're really shallow. And the person's like, oh, fuck you. So you asked.
Yeah.
But
don't ask, don't get.
Yeah, we might even post some of our favourite ones of those on Twitter.
Why
at
not?
ABH Pod, where you can
Yes,
find us and you can
indeed.
find such things that we might share, like Robbie's selfie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
fuck it,
talk
it was
about
well
that.
worth the wait.
It was, yeah. He said
was
that he had
incredible.
something important. You'll get to hear that at some point.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, his selfie wanted to direct you to either the Facebook or the Twitter.
Yeah,
Because we reposted it, and I believe it is the winner.
it has to be.
Because he's in it twice,
Is it-
pouring
so
a nice
good.
glass of wine for himself.
Yeah, and playing on his phone at the same time.
Yes.
Genius.
Yes,
Very
I like
clever,
it very
Robbie.
much.
That is why he is known as the super fan.
Indeed.
Or the pod fan.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I can't tell where the edit point is. I really can't.
No.
It's very,
That comes
very,
with
very
being
clever.
a photographer and just making sure the light is even in the room.
Yes.
So the edit's harder to find. Very clever, very well done, Robbie. Thank
Yeah.
you for that. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
All his friends who probably don't even know what Anywhere But Here is.
No.
Have like commented at how great that is.
Exactly, which is good. We should probably have put the link in the comments or something at some point. Shameless self-promotion.
Well, no, he did tag Anywhere But Here page.
This is true,
So his
yeah.
friends will find us that way.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, they will.
Yeah, they
Because
will.
people
And
are
hello
nice.
to Robbie's friends.
Yes,
of
hi,
course,
Robbie's
if you're
friends.
listening or watching.
If you have found us because of that picture, stick around. It does get better, honest.
Yeah.
What did we? Twitter, we've done YouTube, we've done Facebook. Email, abhpod@gmail.com. Nice long form contact, please.
Yes, and if you've got, any kind of stories that you would like us to read out, and maybe you want to stay a little bit more anonymous, you can tell us that, and we can tell your story without the fear of us reading your Twitter handle.
Yeah, or just your name.
Your name in general.
I think I have to realise this week that we do need to kind of stop assuming a lot about people.
Yeah, maybe.
We keep all our because the thing is, we've got friends who do podcasts and we are friends with them, so we know more about them than they put out on their podcasts, and then we go and talk about those things, I think.
Yeah, maybe we should
talk about their family and stuff. That's something I thought maybe we should stop doing that.
Yeah.
After the 100th episode.
Yeah, we'll be on a new tack. As of episode 104.
Yeah, I think it's just something I thought of, and I thought, well, maybe we
not.
shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So if we have ever done that to you, we do apologise. It's just something I thought about, and I thought
it's a weird medium, this, because it's just you and me having a chat, isn't it? But then
we're talking about people.
Yeah. We've come in under fire for that a couple of times in the last few months anyway, really, haven't we? So, maybe we take a different approach to things.
But we didn't give names out in those situations.
No, that's
the weird thing about it. But anyway, that's just something, that's an aside, that's a behind-the-scenes thing.
It is.
I just kind of, public apology if we have kind of spoken about something you didn't want us to talk about.
That's a downer.
That did. Also, I wanted to, because I've been listening to a few podcasts over the last few weeks, and I would have spoken about it and asked this last week, but we had Sonia on, so it was obviously out of...
It was a bit more difficult.
Yeah. Our episode, when we discussed the Star Wars trailer, what did you take away from my comment on it?
What about
my initial comment?
About the fact that there had to be a black man, there had to be a woman, there had to be...
Yeah, so what did you take away from that? What was my point? Because I've heard a lot of people and they've been saying, and I'm kind of like, did I come across that way? Did I come across as I was pissed off there was a black stormtrooper?
A little bit, I thought.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't really say very much.
Yeah, no. See, my point wasn't that there's a black storm. Obviously, I've got no issue with that. My point was, in the trailer, they had all of those things combined. They had a black man, and they had a woman, and they had a new lightsaber, and they had this. So it was kind of all of those things combined. If you know what I mean, they're trying to please everyone.
Yeah.
I've got no issue with a black stormtrooper. I've got no issue with a strong female lead.
To me, it looked more like they were like, look at the new Star Wars. It includes all these things.
Yes, but it includes all these new things that people moan there's not enough of, was my point.
Right.
It shouldn't... I know it shouldn't be a big deal that there's all these things, but it's the fact they've done it all in one trailer. Do you kind of get what I mean?
I do.
That's what I meant by the pandering. It's kind of like, oh, we've got to appeal to all the minority groups.
Yeah.
Like, we've got to appeal to women. We've got to appeal to the black nation. Do you know, I haven't got an issue with it at all. I mean, in my opinion, it would have been a better trailer if, say, it started out with the dark person walking through the woods. And this kind of voiceover as they're walking through the woods. And then they turned around and it was a black woman. That would have been a much better trailer, if you know what I mean. It's because it's a teaser, and they're doing all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with any specific single point of it. It's just the fact that they included it all. I just thought it was a bit... I don't know. It was just my initial...
I honestly don't care enough. I really don't.
No, I don't. But it's because I said that, and then I hear loads of people going, oh, fucking people moaning about black stormtrooper. Oh, people saying, oh, there's a black stormtrooper. And it's like, I kind of said that, but that's not what my intention was. I have no issue with that specific point. I have no issue with the fact there's a strong female lead in it. I have no issue with the fact there's a new lightsaber.
No.
It was just kind of all included in there. And it's kind of like, you turn around, like if you just done that kind of the dark, it was going to be a Sith, or it might be Luke in hiding, like Drunk Geeks have said, or... Do you know, it's Gino? And it would have been a better teaser if it was just that, and then the music kicked in. It was Millennium Falcon. That would have got me more excited. Like minimal content.
I mean,
there.
Teasers are supposed to be teasers, aren't they?
Yeah. But in this teaser, you saw 2-3 new characters.
Yeah.
And you saw the X-wings, and you saw the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
I thought the kick with the Millennium Falcon was at the wrong point as well, because you've already seen the X-Wings by the time the music kicks in.
Yeah. I
don't know.
I don't know.
I've got no issue with it. And, you know, on reflection, like, the more I hear people talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, that's kind of exciting, isn't it? I don't know. I just didn't want people to think that I had an issue with a black stormtrooper. I've got no issue with that at all.
I don't think people would think that, bearing in mind the last few weeks of like anti-racism stuff that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, of course, but do you know? Do you know? I keep saying, do you know?
Where's this come from?
Today. I've said it once. I'm going to keep saying it. I just didn't want people to think that was my problem with it. It's not at all. It's just
I don't know whether it is pandering though. I'm not sure.
It probably isn't. It's probably them kind of going, look, it's not a big issue that all of these people are in it. Why would you make a fuss about it?
The thing is, I don't even know who any of them are.
No, they did give the names away. They gave the character names. It was in like an old trading card style. They tweeted them out, but even though I knew I wanted to cover the issue, I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, I did read something about that.
But if you go on the IMDb, they have put each of those actors. They put their character name in it. So,
but I don't even recognise the actors. That's what I mean. Like,
no. I think they're all fairly unknown. They're like from teen films like Divergent and things.
I did see a design of that new lightsaber with a modification that maybe you don't see all the way through. You know, we were talking about the fact
that American talk show host did that diagram where the lightsaber's from inside.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
like it's got a prism or something that kind of redirects the light. Or it's got mirrors or something. I don't know.
And actually, the solid black bits just for the back.
It makes sense.
Yeah, but who knows?
Yeah.
Haven't seen the Jurassic World trailer yet. Haven't watched it.
You still haven't watched it?
I've only seen the teaser one. There's a new one out, isn't there?
No, I think it is the one you've seen where he's kind of run his motorbike.
Is it?
That is the trailer.
Oh, all right then. I thought there was another one that's coming out. No,
I don't know. Keith on Drunk Geek said there was one with an extra part.
Right.
Where Star-Lord, there's a kid jumps into a pit, a raptor pit or something,
right,
and they're going to attack him, and then Star-Lord, because that's who he is, jumps down, and he's kind of, whoa, stop, and then the raptors stop.
Really?
That worries me.
I can't see that
Now,
happening.
I was wondering, completely out there, this isn't going to be the thing at all, I was wondering if the genetically modified thing was him.
Oh,
and
I see.
He's got raptor blood in him.
He's got part DNA.
Part raptor DNA, so he can communicate with the raptors. That would be much better.
That would be a better film.
I'm not, like, stuff like that and the Terminator Genisys that people have got. Like Jurassic World and Terminator Genisys, to me, they're totally separate from the franchise now, and I'm just going to watch them as ridiculous films.
Yeah.
Ridiculously stupid.
Terminator Genisys, that trailer looks fucking brilliant.
It is awesome.
It looks
I'm
great.
sorry, I don't...
mate, the only...
That's pandering.
Of course
but that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of...
it makes me feel...
contradicting myself, but, you know.
But I didn't find Salvation terrible. Like, the third one I find...
Worse than Salvation.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot about it. I still, like I told you on when we were Skyping in the week, I didn't watch Salvation.
No. It's all right. I mean, I didn't like it when it was in the cinema, and then I gave it another chance on the small screen. It worked better on the small screen.
But maybe it's because you already saw it, so you knew what it was.
Maybe.
It's another one of those what to expect expectations type thing. But
I like the look of this Terminator Genisys.
It looks fucking ridiculous, doesn't it?
I don't care how much fire I'm going to come under from people.
It's Steven Seagal type appealing. Where it's kind of like, this is going to be
the only bit that looks a little bit wonky for me is that bus flipping over on the Golden Gate Bridge. That looks a bit ridiculous.
Was it an end-to-end flip, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's like the end-to-end is up about 20 feet in the air.
But didn't The Matrix do that? Or something like that, or was it a lorry? But then it makes more sense in the world of The Matrix because it's
because of the gravity defying. It's a computer program. They did it really well in The Dark Knight.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
With the where he weaves the tow cable through the lamppost and it goes, but it doesn't fly up in the air.
No, it kind of stops.
Like it flips onto its back. That was
Daenerys Targaryen saying, "Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
The only other thing that I had an issue with was Arnie jumping out of the helicopter
No,
and
that's
dive bombing
brilliant.
through
That's
another
brilliant.
helicopter. But in the context of the film, I'm sure it's going to be
It's
awesome.
amazing.
I
I liked it. That got me more excited. I had goosebumps
Yeah.
from that and not from Star Wars. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that tells you something about my taste in films.
Well, yeah, but I like stupid.
But then again, that was a trailer. The Star Wars was a teaser.
Yeah, exactly. You can't tell what's going on in the Star Wars film.
Yeah. They named that droid, actually.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh. It was a
Something.
letter and a number and another letter and another number.
It was letters and numbers, but
Yeah. You're still calling him Jar Jar.
he... I just think he's going to be a Jar Jar type character. I don't know. He's probably not. I just think it's not Jar Jar in the sense that people are going to hate in Jar Jar in the sense that it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Segway bot,
Yeah.
basically.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Counterweight. Yeah. Either way.
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. James Bond.
Yes.
The 24th film, Spectre.
I
believe.
24. I think it's something like that. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah,
That
lovely.
new Aston.
But the script has been stolen by hackers because obviously there was a big cyber attack on Sony Pictures Entertainment this
so
week.
they lost a lot of stuff.
This month in November.
Which was last month.
Yeah, it was still within the calendar.
Within the last 30 days.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Eon Productions said that they were concerned that the script may be published online. It's not supposed to come out until next November.
Wow.
So a whole year in advance.
Eon,
people could...
is that like the energy company?
Yeah.
Is it their production house?
Yeah. They've made that much money out of us all this year.
Yeah.
The producers of the Bond films learned that this morning that an early version of the screenplay,
So it's not even the final script. It's like
for the new Bond film Spectre is among the material stolen and illegally made public by hackers who infiltrated the Sony Pictures Entertainment computer system.
I'm not a fan of James Bond, so it doesn't bother me. I think it's shit that somebody's doing it.
Yeah,
but
I really like the new James. Well, I liked Casino Royale.
right.
I loved Casino Royale. It's the best Bond film possibly ever made, hands down.
I think I might have even started watching one of them on Netflix. I don't know which one it was. Or I started watching one of them.
If it was Quantum of Solace, there's no point.
But aren't you supposed to watch that directly after?
Yeah,
Casino
if you
Royale?
watch it like back to back, it's not quite so bad.
Because it is
It's like the third act.
where Casino Royale ends.
Yeah, it starts and then
The next
doesn't stop
scene
exploding,
is-
basically. There's no storyline and it's rubbish.
Right.
Skyfall I liked, though it did turn into Home Alone with James Bond
Oh, really?
at the end. Yeah, it was a bit weird.
Oh, okay.
And they were forcing so many kind of little nods and homages back because it was the whatever anniversary of James Bond films.
Oh, okay.
It was really good. I liked it, and it was well put together and interesting. And Javier Bardem was a really good bad guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Casino Royale was the high point,
Right.
really, of the new
So the
Daniel
first of
Craig.
the
But this one, Spectre, is going to be bringing back one of the most enduring Bond villains,
Yeah.
Blofeld.
Yeah, the one who's probably had most send-ups in other films.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
Doctor Evil.
Doctor Evil is
the biggest.
is the big one. But it's going to be played by Christoph Waltz.
Who's Christoph Waltz? I know I should know,
he's-
and I probably would do.
He was the German soldier in Inglourious Bastards.
Didn't see it.
Did you see Django Unchained?
Didn't see it.
No. They're his massive roles.
Again, this shows you my film.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not a big late Tarantino fan, so I wouldn't expect you to watch them because they're not very good. Django's really good, but Inglourious Bastards.
I wouldn't even know how to spell his name, so I can't even be bothered. It's not working. Is it a K?
No, it's not actually.
Oh, okay. I couldn't find anything. It doesn't matter. It's not important.
No,
But he's supposed to be a really cool actor.
He's pretty good, and And the fact that they're bringing in Blofeld means that it would just be nice for this to kind of carry on and actually have a proper kind of relationship with the other films, maybe tie them together a little bit more, because they are episodic and they've always been episodic, but they started this whole Daniel Craig thing out trying to do a chronology, trying to do one film after the other, and then Skyfall didn't feel anything like a follow-on from Quantum of Solace,
right?
And so it's gone back to this episodic nature. So I don't know whether now
it's supposed to be it's supposed to be separate, isn't it? And I think that's how they've managed to last so long.
Yeah,
because
they're
the films
episodic.
aren't related to each other, other than the fact they've got James Bond and
but James Bond doesn't necessarily have to be the same character, which is why he's been played by loads of different people, because it's just a code name.
Which is where see, that's what they say. Whereas the other theory is he's a Time Lord.
Oh,
and
really?
He regenerates,
No, I'm going for code name.
You're going for
fuck Time Lords. Not in James Bond. Don't bring that shit into James Bond.
There's much more to it, but that is how they've explained it. Is a code 007 is just a code name, isn't it?
Yeah, as is the James Bond person, like the actual name.
I like the James Bond theory, the Time Lord theory.
I'm not entertaining that thought. But yeah, the filming began this month, so the script's only just been completed, I suppose, to final stage. So they're a bit sketchy about that. They're a bit scared that it's going to get put up on the internet. So far, I don't think it's been leaked.
No, it hasn't been leaked yet. Anyway. It doesn't matter, does it? It's the early.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure it'll bear.
All James Bond films follow the same structure.
Kind of, yeah. Something goes wrong, he has to go a little bit rogue.
There's protagonist gets into a. There's a situation that something goes wrong and he gets in some sort of peril, but he escapes and then.
He might be considered a double agent at some point.
Yeah, he'll sleep with someone.
He's really not. Then someone goes, "Oh, James," and swoons.
Or he'll sleep with several people. He'll have a martini.
He'll pump them for information.
He'll have a martini, shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, or in the last one, he'll have a Carlsberg, which made no sense at all.
It did. If you wanted to put money in their pocket.
True, yeah. He'll look at a very expensive timepiece. He'll drive an Aston Martin.
Yeah, Aston Martin will launch a new car.
Yeah, well.
That's the thing. James Bond has become an advert for the new Aston Martins, hasn't it?
Yeah, but why not? I mean,
It's a fucking stunning car.
That DB10 looks amazing, doesn't it?
Oh.
I love Aston Martins. It's like, they are the one car that I would go for.
I like the Vanquish as well, which is the
Vanquish
small...
was the last one.
Is it small or...?
It's more, kind of sporty.
The DBs are the biggest.
Yeah, the DBs are kind of the luxury
daddy cars.
Yeah.
Oh, what a car.
But yeah, so be looking for that. North Korea have denied being behind the attack in retaliation for a film depicting the country's leader, but praised it as a righteous deed. Yeah,
because it was the Seth Rogan film, wasn't it?
So that must be a Sony Pictures thing.
Yes, it
right?
is. Yeah. So that's what people have been saying.
Yeah, but they're saying that the cyber attack on Sony is a righteous deed. But they're not involved.
They're not involved.
No. I think Kim Jong Un is Blofeld. He's just put that wig on. He's got a little white cat somewhere that he's stroking.
Maybe.
I reckon he is.
No, Mr. Bond.
I'm not going to go there with the impressions.
Okay. Neither am I, because I've never seen it.
No, I mean doing Kim Jong Un.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
No. Watch Team America.
Are you wrong, Mr. Bond?
Mr. Bigglesworth.
I don't know where to go. This morning.
Yes.
While I was it wasn't when I was laying in bed. Actually. It might have been. Yeah, I discovered it when I was laying in bed this morning.
Okay.
A website. I had heard about it. Now I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Yes, I'm aware.
Leading up to Christmas Eve, on the website Pottermore, they're releasing some short stories written by J.K. Rowling, which is looking back at some of the characters, like Professor McGonagall, what she did before Hogwarts.
Oh, right.
And things like that. So I was like, I'm going to go and look at this website, see if I can see this. Oh, I have to register to it. Well, I'll register to see what that's all about. I got sucked in.
Right.
It's brilliant. If you're a Harry Potter fan, this website is brilliant.
Is this like X-Men Origins?
It's funny.
Harry Potter Origins.
You're registering and you're like, this is my date of birth, this is my real name, this is my email address, and he goes, this is your username. And you're like, why is this my username? And you click on it, it says, to protect your identity, read about child protection identity on the internet. And you're like, I shouldn't be signing up to this with my date of birth.
You're joining this website as a grown man. Why?
But I'm quite glad they're protecting my identity, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Signing up to Pottermore. But it's the sort of thing when you're going through and you get on the map and you've got...
Change your screen name to Ant93.
Yeah. Honest, that's the year I was born. Actually, that's even too old for Harry Potter now, Tom. Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 21, isn't it? Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, you go in there and you have to go to Gringotts Bank and you get your money and you have to buy your books, and it's like
Is it like an RPG?
Almost, but in doing all this ridiculous stuff, you then go and you click through the timeline and it tells you extra bits, and like J.K. Rowling has made videos and written things about why she chose, like the reason she chose Privet Drive as the name is because Privet is the name of a bush in England, and it's the one that people use to box their houses in. It's it's very boring and it's sort of privacy screen, which is why she chose that name for the road, because of the type of place where the Dursleys live. Very private, keep yourself to yourself. It's like, that sort of thing's interesting to me, finding out why she made the choices she made. I'm in Ravenclaw, by the way.
Are you? That's a house?
Yeah, it is, yeah. You have to answer questions and they put you in a house, and I was like, I kind of like Ravenclaw, so I'm fine with that.
Righto.
But there's the thing at the end of the registration, it's like, which books have you read and which films have you seen? It's like, click all of them. But, you know, I'm a Harry Potter fan. I've spent fucking 60 quid on a book.
You have.
About from page to screen. But, hey, fuck it, it's fun. It's something I like.
It is. And we all have our guilty pleasures.
But I even haven't read the short story that was released that I went and signed up for because I got lost in the rest of the website. I'm not joining any groups on there, and I'm not making any friends on there. I'm there for personal
Don't have social interactions
with children. But I found it and I got lost, and it's really good.
Mrs. McGonagall's origin story.
Professor.
Lol. Yeah. What?
Professor McGonagall.
Okay, sorry. I'm not down with the law. I got back from my parents yesterday, and one of the Harry Potter films was on.
It was Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching it.
Okay. Yeah, I imagined that you probably were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on my tablet.
Yeah, you was like, okay, I'm ignoring that. Yeah, Jo's the Harry Potter fan in your house, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
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 Which says something, because she's an English teacher, so it must say something to the merits of the writing of Harry Potter, to be honest.
I assume so. It's fun, I'm sure.
She is really good at writing. Like, when you actually read the descriptions and you read the extra little bits, the writing on it is just really it's quite engaging, and in a very young sense. Like, it's easy to understand, but it's really descriptive and it's quite charming. Yeah,
this is what I've heard. And I think the thing is, it came out at exactly the wrong time. I was slightly too old for it. No offense.
No, it's fine.
And
I am too old for it. I've just admitted.
And it came out around the time of Lord of the Rings, and it just looked like Lord of the Rings for kids, and I couldn't be bothered with Lord of the Rings 90210.
It's much more.
I know
it's
there's
much easier to get into than Lord of the Rings.
No, yeah, and I fucking hate Lord of the Rings.
There's not
now,
much walking in Harry Potter.
Yeah, but I will be going to see The Hobbit this week because I've seen all of the others at the cinema. I hated The Last Hobbit. Hated it.
The First Desolation. I quite enjoyed it.
I couldn't fucking stand it.
But maybe that's because my expectations were lowered because of your review of it.
Maybe, yeah.
I quite liked it.
It was just like a 20-minute rapid ride.
I think Smaug was amazing.
Yeah, the last 20 minutes was fine. So
Brilliant.
that kind of points towards the first bit of this movie being awesome, and then it will descend into massive faraway shots of loads of people running at each other.
It is difficult.
Do you know what I mean? Like, difficult. I understand it's a great technological achievement in cinema.
They should have either made it 2 films or just 1.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have stretched a book.
You know what I heard, actually? If you watch all the Hobbit films back to back at the running time that they are at the moment, you could read the book in less time than watching the film.
Oh my God, really?
Like, the films themselves come to something like 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah.
But you can read the book cover to cover in 6.5.
It depending on your reading speed, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
If you're an average reader, I suppose.
Yeah.
It does. I am baffled by the fact that they made 3 Lord of the Rings films,
Yeah,
which is what 4 times the size of The Hobbit.
easily. Yeah,
And The Hobbit they've made into.
but
4.
also,
Is it
of
4?
course, 3.
It is 3.
Yeah, it is 3. It's a trilogy.
Yeah, sorry, it's Battle of Five. Yeah.
In a way, I understand why he's doing it. You can't go back to Middle Earth anymore. Like after this, there is no other story that you can do,
Silmarillion?
really. Well, he's put bits of the Silmarillion into it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's why it's now 3 films. Because when Guillermo del Toro was originally on board as directing it, it was only going to be 2 films because it was just going to be The Hobbit.
Yeah.
But then Peter Jackson, he went off and did Pacific Rim, and good on him for that.
Yeah.
I applaud that move. And Peter Jackson came back in and was like, look, I'm just going to chuck everything at this and make it 3 films. Why not?
Do you applaud the move of Del Toro going off to do Pacific Rim, because now we've got 3 Hobbit films?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the problem.
It's a catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have got Pacific Rim, but we've got an extra Hobbit film.
And another 3-hour
Can you
Hobbit
imagine
film, by the way.
Can you imagine if they actually split Lord of the Rings up into 6 films? Jesus, that would have been... Oh, it's hard enough as it is.
I honestly think he'd probably be better off served doing it as a TV series.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I think we'll just leave it as is. He's done it. It's fine. Just fucking.
Yeah. I
we'll watch it.
wonder how long it's going to be until someone else decides to remake them.
No, it won't be long. 5 years.
Yeah. Do you reckon that soon?
Well, no. If you think the films have been made over 4 or 5, well, I mean, released over 4 years.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So maybe you have to double the time that they were released over. So say like 8 to 10 years, they'll release the first one.
Yeah.
Or someone just come in and go, look, this is how you do it as one film.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's much more exciting.
Yeah.
It's more like reading the book. When I read the book, I remember I was 13, 14 when I read the book. And it was exciting. It was
The
really,
Hobbit?
Yeah. Oh, I still haven't read Lord of the Rings.
No.
I can't read Lord of the Rings. I've got it. It's too big.
Yeah. I
don't know if it's the case. If I read it as 3 separate books, maybe I'd be more inclined to read it. But I'm sitting there and I've got the big illustrated.
Yeah, you've got the
version.
massive.
So like, I don't know if sitting there holding that book in my hand, it's just too overwhelming, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. Shall I tell you a really good Shall I tell you a really good book adaptation?
All right.
Paddington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to see it last week.
Yeah. It's such charming family. So heartwarming.
Yeah.
There's no great peril moments.
No.
I mean, there's a bit where you're like, oh, well, he's clearly going to get out of it.
Of course.
But, so good.
Yeah.
Such a fun film. Really well done.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah. And it's not like the book. They have taken bits from the book. Like I told you, the bit I was telling you after we recorded, wasn't I? I know I told Sonia I was going to see it. I don't know if you were still in the room.
I think I was.
I spoke to you and Joe about it, actually. Yeah. And like, there's bits in it like where he is at the tube station and then he kind of gets stuck on the escalator, and like as Mr. Brown's going back up the escalator to catch him because they thought they'd left him up the top.
Right.
He was going down, so he turns around and tries to run up, and then he gets knocked back.
Right.
There's bits from the book in it, and it's just so much fun. It's so good, really funny. Loads of laugh out loud moments as well, slapstick style.
Yeah.
Like he's when he's at Paddington Station, they're in a cafe talking, and he's got one of those ketchup bottles that's a tomato.
Oh yeah.
And he tries to eat it, but it's obviously not. And then he's kind of not ripe. He says not ripe. And then when they give him his name, he shouts his name and squeezes the ketchup bottle, and it sprays over it. And it's just really funny. Like, it sounds really juvenile, and you shouldn't laugh, but in the moment it's funny.
It's a nostalgia thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know whether you used to watch the kind of stop motion
with the
TV.
drawn backgrounds.
Yeah, the drawn backgrounds, and all the other characters were 2D paper drawings.
But he was a
stop 3D stop motion puppet. Yeah. And I used to have some of the books as well.
Yeah,
when I was a kid. Yeah,
so worth a watch. It's so worth using your card to go and watch for free.
Well, this is it. Yeah,
so worth not paying to watch. I'm quite happy that we paid to watch it. Really nice.
Oh, speaking of which, EE are stopping doing Orange Wednesday, aren't they?
Yes, I saw that.
No more Orange Wednesday anymore, which means you should probably get yourself a Cineworld ticket, really.
Yeah, well,
card.
we've got the Odeon card, so
Oh, of
every
course
time
you
we
do,
go,
yeah,
we
yeah.
build up points, and then
That's
every
right,
so often we
yeah.
get a free, because there's not many films that come out for Chloe that she'd sit in the cinema and watch.
Yeah.
So if we go and watch a couple of films, we get a free ticket for her. So when there is a film for her, we can take her to watch it for free. And it's really good. And then we get this fucking meal deal at Odeon. If you ever go, you get the family meal deal.
Right.
You get a large popcorn, 2 regular drinks, and 2 kids drinks for 2 kids meals
Right.
for $9.99.
Okay. That's
Like they're
That's
totaling
pretty
it up.
good,
They're
really.
adding all the separate things on the till, and it comes up to like 45 quid, and then it goes down to $9.99.
Bloody hell.
What the hell?
that's insane.
So like me and Liz get a drink each. And a large popcorn to share,
Yeah.
and then we get an extra kids meal. So we've got a little packet of sweets to share.
Right.
We've got Chloe's got a bottle of water and a juice drink, and then we've got an extra little popcorn that Liz eats. And when she's run out, I tip some of mine back in her, and it's
Right.
$9.99 for like this
That's pretty good.
huge amount of food.
Yeah. See, I get 20% off all the stuff.
Yeah.
At Cineworld, so it ends up fairly cheap anyway.
Yeah,
really,
yeah. But
to be honest, but yeah, no. So did as a 7-year-old, was Chloe aware of
what's that?
Paddington beforehand?
Yeah, she's got the books.
Yeah.
We did read her the first book as a
Okay.
bedtime story, and she loved it. Like she wanted it every night, and we read it to her, and she loved it. So when I showed her the trailer for the film, like it starts out, and she doesn't see it. As soon as she sees him, she's like,
Yeah,
Paddington.
yeah, right.
It's like-
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, she absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Liz wetting herself laughing most of the way. I was laughing at it. It's
Oh, good.
really good film.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because we had Chloe and we could enjoy it. But we saw one of my mum's cousins sat in front of us with her friend, and they're like, I don't know how old they are, but they're older.
Yeah.
And they watched it and they loved it as adults.
Yeah.
Going to see it together.
I think it's just one of those universal things. I don't know whether it's just a British thing or not.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But yeah.
It's very British.
Yeah, very British.
Oh, and fucking, why does his name escape me? Peter Capaldi's in it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
their
like
neighbour.
the next door neighbour.
Yeah. He's
who's
brilliant. He's funny.
Suspicious about.
Yeah, and
Things.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah?
Yes. I was like, was it
Yeah,
Nicole
she's
Kidman
like
or was it
a kind
Julianne
of-
Moore? No, it's Nicole
She's
Kidman.
a kind of Cruella de Vil style character,
Yeah.
isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I've heard. Yeah, I think I'll probably wait for it to come
Yeah,
out on
maybe.
streaming or something like that. There's a lot coming out at the moment that I want to see. I weirdly want to see Dumb and Dumber 2.
No, I'm not
No.
interested.
I haven't
at
seen
all.
anything about it. The only thing I've seen is the poster, and I'm like, oh, it makes me feel.
Watch the
Again,
trailer
it's
and you won't want to see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. See, because it makes me feel nostalgic.
Yeah, it makes me want to watch. If I watch the trailer, it makes me want to watch Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, yeah, because it's brilliant.
It's Dumb and
still.
Dumber.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. I've not
I
seen
never
the
even
trailer.
watched Dumb and Dumberer, which they've stricken, haven't they? That's not a
Not
Dumb and
canon.
Dumber film.
No,
It's strange to say that's not canon about Dumb and Dumber. For fuck's sake.
Dumb and Dumber canon.
But yeah, they've gone. No, that's not one of ours. That's
Yeah.
not Dumb and Dumber.
No, because it wasn't the same directors or producers. Or
It was a prequel.
yeah.
Why does Dumb and Dumber need a prequel?
Did it really?
Oh.
It had a cartoon though.
Did they?
Yeah, I remember a Dumb and Dumber
Weird.
cartoon. Yeah.
I don't know. But fuck it. Go and see Paddington if you get the
Yeah.
chance. If the American friends
Yeah.
don't know Paddington, and you love British things,
Yeah.
go and watch Paddington.
Yeah, let us
We don't
know if Paddington is actually an export. It must be because it's got a big budget film, I guess. But it's something that you. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
British cinema now, you can have big budgets now, can't
Yeah, I
you?
suppose.
Especially with kind of Star
It's
Wars
like
coming over
it's
to
almost
film.
like making a live action version of The Herbs, or
Why do I remember that name?
it's a kind of Watch with Mother thing.
Yeah,
The
Poddington
Herbs,
Peas.
Poddington Peas.
How much do you want to sing the
Muffin
song
the
now? Yeah. There was this funny thing I read. There are two things that I want to get to, like, sort of an early Christmas present for you, but I'll do that later. I'll
Oh,
leave that
right.
till the end.
Okay.
Although that
right.
might break into a big discussion, so I don't know. There's a quick one I read. Judge sentences rap fan to Bach and Beethoven.
Okay.
Did you read this?
No.
Okay, so this was like, hang on, this is American, so 10-9. Fucking hell, that was old. Shit, I didn't even read it. Someone do you hate that when people share things
Yes,
on Facebook that
yeah,
are like
yeah.
years old?
And you're
This was
like-
years old,
Right.
but apparently there was a guy who was in his car and he was playing rap music too loud, and a judge he was facing a $150 fine.
Right.
But the judge offered to reduce that to $35 if he spent 20 hours listening to classical music by the likes of Bach, Beethoven and Chopin. Is it Chopin?
Yeah.
Chopin?
Chopin.
Chopin. Yeah, Chopin. Victor, 24, lasted only about 15 minutes, a probation officer said.
No way.
It wasn't the music, Victor said. He just needed to be at the practice with the rest of the Urbana.
Yeah, that's a place.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because they were talking about rap music, I instantly went urban. I'm not racist, honest. I've got no problems with the Black Stormtrooper. Oh my god. So I didn't know that was a real place either.
Yeah,
he
I
needed
don't
to
know
go
where
back
it
at
is,
practice with the
but-
basketball team. I
Right.
didn't have time to deal with that, he said. I just decided to pay the fine. I found it funny. However, at the same time, I'm thinking, is this real?
It does sound a bit.
It sounds a bit far-fetched that a
Yeah,
judge
but you
would...
do occasionally you do get these judges who have like almost like a sense of humour,
Yeah.
and while they're trying to make an example of someone, and I quite like the fact there are these judges out there.
Yeah.
Make me.
It's a bit, I
makes
don't know,
me
but that's
smile.
like $150, reduced to $35 if you listen to that for 20 hours. It's like, it's not much of a deal, really, is it?
Not really.
I could waste, you've got to spend 20 hours listening. Do you need your probation officer to sit with you while you listen?
It's a long time, isn't it? Do you have to listen to 20 hours over a specific amount of time?
Well, I think it's like a community service
Yeah.
where you get a certain amount of time.
You go to a
complete
place for
your
4 hours a day.
So you've got a 12 months to do this.
Yeah, to do
24 hours of
20.
community service or whatever. I don't know. But that was quite funny.
Yeah.
I read that. I didn't realise it was 2008 at all.
2008. Wow. Yeah.
Current
that's-
affairs here on Anywhere But Here.
We do our research, don't we?
Yeah.
Now, last week we talked about the porn.
Yes.
The changes in pornography rules in the UK.
Yeah, and Sonia, bless her.
And she went along with it.
Yeah, she was game.
Yeah, she was up for a laugh.
Good egg.
Yeah, and what was going on? There was going to be a protest outside Parliament.
Oh, is there an update?
Yeah, it happened.
okay.
It happened on Friday.
Awesome, yeah.
So you had people like the organiser Charlotte Rose. She organised this protest, basically against the fact that it's kind of this bill has been passed without any kind of consent from the public, or in fact the people who produce this content, the people who consume it, have had no say.
Now, remember when we were reading the list about the things, and there was that one we got stuck on,
Yes.
and we thought it was something to do with urethra.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was urination, wasn't it? It was golden showers.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, we couldn't read it. It was urination. I'm sure it was.
the word wasn't that though. It was
was it not? 'Cause-
Eurolangia.
Oh, okay, because I heard on another podcast they said urination.
Yeah,
I
there
thought
was
that
something
where we got
about.
mixed
Yeah,
up.
I think we got that water sports wasn't on that list that I read out.
Oh, was it not? Oh, okay.
Although that is another thing.
That is
has
another
been
thing that got
banned,
me.
Yeah.
See, I heard it and thought,
No,
did
it
we
was
really
Euro-
fuck up
no,
that
no.
much?
I think between 3 people, one of us would have been able to read urination.
good point.
No, it was Eurolangia or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
that. Which may be some kind of technical term for water sports. I don't know. I'm not into it. But yeah, so this Charlotte Rose, she organised the protest.
This was outside Parliament, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And she actually has been a sex worker. Now I don't know whether that's in the adult film industry or whether that means she was
sex
an
worker is
escort or
usually
something
escort,
like that.
isn't it?
Yeah, she actually stood for Parliament in the recent Clacton and Rochester and Strood by-elections. If I'd have known
Local
that,
girl.
if I'd have known that,
Yeah.
I'd have voted for her.
She was
said
one
that-
of the long list of people that just put their stuff there.
Yeah,
just for the
yeah.
sake
I
of it.
didn't see her party. I don't know what her affiliation was. She should have canvassed a bit more.
Well, I don't know if you want to come around your house, to be fair.
Sitting on my face. said the activities have been added to the list without the public being made aware. They've done this without public knowledge and without public consent. There are activities on this list that may be deemed sexist, but it's not just about sexism, it's about censorship. What the government is doing is taking our personal liberties away without our permissions. And there were other, like Isabel Dean, a fetishist from London, said the restrictions are affecting people's livelihoods. It's a farcical thing to breach people's basic rights to explore their sexual freedom, and it's just so limiting to UK producers and performers, she said. Small independent dominatrixes, anything with any sort of kink in their work, if you're working for yourself, producing your own clips, your own website, it's really damaging. Some people have had to close down sites they've been working on for years. So it's really affecting small website owners for niche
whatever happened to supporting the small businesses?
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't there a small business week?
Yeah, there is one, I believe. Yeah.
Where you're supposed to be buying from self-made stores.
I think the list itself, I think there are probably some... I don't know. It's one of those difficult situations, isn't it? Because there's some things they have gone to the extremes. Some things it's just
stuff
ridiculous.
Like female ejaculation. It's like
it can't be helped sometimes.
Why just?
Can it?
Well, yeah, exactly.
You can't show it. Is the thing. I think.
Yeah, but like
you can't show squirting.
But then let's
call it what it is.
But you're still allowed to show the cum shot.
Facials, that's fine.
Yeah. Why?
Or is it? Facials not allowed, but.
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think that was on the banned list.
We've not looked into the...
That wasn't on the banned list.
But there's certain things, like even the spanking thing. Like, aggressive spanking, sorry.
Yeah.
Passive spanking.
Passive spanking.
But they do take it to the extreme. But then at the other side of it, it's... On the other hand, you've got these fetishists, the people that are into this sort of thing, know how to do it safely.
Yeah, it's their livelihood.
Yeah, they know how to do it, and they know how to be safe while they're doing it. You do get some people, obviously.
It's like face sitting,
but then
as well,
it kind of
It,
encourages.
really?
Yeah, but you could suffocate doing that.
Yeah, no, that's the point. That's why they're banning it. But at the end of the day, like,
I suppose their problem is. Yes, you can still do this thing, but you can't show it on film because then that might encourage people that don't know how to perform the act in a safe way.
Yeah,
it might cause them to have accidents.
Yeah, but isn't that half the fun? I don't know.
Yeah. Bit of danger.
Yeah, you know.
This guy's worried.
Yeah, I know. There's pictures from the protest where 20 couples.
Yeah, I don't know if we said the specific what the protest actually was.
Well, the protest is actually a mass face-sitting event. They're all fully clothed, mind you.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of man-on-man.
Otherwise, that would be distasteful, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
if they weren't
exactly. Yeah, it would be distasteful. Wouldn't it? There's one guy there being straddled.
By another guy?
Well, yeah, he looks a bit shocked, actually. But there's another guy next to him who's got both thumbs up. You can't see his face, obviously.
Because there's a lady sat on it.
Yep. And then further down, you've got a guy dressed as Santa Claus with a placard saying, "Fist me." Santa heart squirters.
No, it's squirters. Sorry, it's the font. It's terrible font. Santa loves squirters. Amazing. It's
Squirt doesn't hurt. That's another placard from the event.
Oh dear, classy people.
And well done to them.
See,
I think.
We love it for the comical value, but it is a serious issue.
No, it is a very
people.
serious issue. Like for us, we're not producers of porn. It doesn't really affect our lives in any way, really. Well, I guess
it does limit us.
It does limit us to our choices.
Yeah.
But then you've got all the American sites for that, so you know it's not going to stop.
And if I'm honest, I'm not into a lot of this fetish stuff.
No,
it doesn't really do much for me.
No, it doesn't really float my boat. If I'm honest, there's a woman there.
With a yoga mat.
Dressed in a two-piece suit, but she's got like a Xena warrior princess style bodice on, and then a gimp mask underneath a fedora. Fedora hat.
And she's holding a bright blue yoga mat. Obviously, because you don't want to get cold back, or you don't want to get piles while you're doing face sitting. Oh, fucking hell.
And then there's a woman there under a parasol with a
she rhymed
a rather graphic
representation.
Shame on you, we come too.
Yeah, She spelled cum wrong though.
She has.
It's a C-O-M-E.
Yeah,
She spelled it wrong.
which is wrong, isn't it?
You're
We
never
all
going to
know
find
that.
what you're looking for if you put that in Google.
That guy appears to be inserting a microphone into that woman.
Oh, yeah, because there was that whole insertion of...
Oh yeah, of course, of
objects.
stuff that were deemed violent. But
yeah,
a
deemed to be,
microphone's
yeah,
fine.
microphone. Well, it can be
Maybe
in the
it's
hands of a journalist.
freedom of speech, etc.
Ah.
etc.
Speaking of which, actually, we watched, or I caught the tail end. Liz has been watching it. The Last Honour of Christopher Jeffries.
Okay.
Did you not watch that? Oh, it's about a guy who. It led to the. He was part of the Leveson inquiry.
Okay, yeah.
But it was because he was brought into that because he was basically a victim of slander from the. Is it slander if it's written?
Yes. Libel is
Verbal,
spoken.
yeah. So he was a school teacher. He's an eccentric school teacher, quite effeminate as well. And I think, does that usually come with eccentricity? Quite being effeminate.
They're
doesn't
not
it?
hand in hand,
But a lot of the time, anyway.
Yeah.
But he was wrongly accused of murdering one of his tenants because he was effeminate. And the papers the next day put out this whole thing
Yes, I
saying,
remember
oh,
this.
he's this, he's that, he's
Yeah.
the other. And then he was awarded a lot of money, and then they brought him into the Leveson inquiry. And it was
Yeah,
really,
that's right.
it was a two-parter.
Yeah.
It's maybe a short series, I don't know.
I think I remember seeing the advert for it, yeah.
Yeah, but I caught like the last half hour of the second episode, and Liz said she watched both, and it was really good, and it did look really good. And Steve Coogan's in it playing himself because he
Okay.
was a big part of the
Yeah,
Leveson inquiry,
yeah.
wasn't he? But it looks really good, so go and check it out on the iPlayer,
Okay,
definitely.
Yeah.
I think it
the
would
last
interest you.
days of
The Last Honour of Christopher
Last
Jeffries.
Honour of Christopher Jeffries. Okay.
I think it would interest you. Really, it is really good. I want to go back and watch it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that whole thing about the porn protest as well. I'd just like to thank Loz
Yes,
because
he
he
did.
was the one who.
I
who
was
sent us that
I
link.
honestly saw it about half an hour, and I was like, "Oh, I'll post that to the page
Yeah,
soon."
yeah,
And then Loz
yeah.
posted. I was like, "Fuck it, very good, really
Yeah.
good." Not my usual read, but seemed appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But yeah, so that
your early Christmas presents.
Yeah, go on
of
then.
sorts. Now we'll get on to. Well, going off of the sex side of things.
Yeah, why not? Okay,
We'll go to-
this sounds like a. What are we
We'll
proposing?
go
Anne?
to one of our favourite people,
Oh,
Josie
Oh,
Cunningham.
yay.
It's just like I was hoping you hadn't been sent these.
no, I don't think
So
I have.
Josie Cunningham has launched a new website.
Okay.
It didn't take long for Josie Cunningham to worm her way back. This is the Lad Bible. They're really good for Josie
They are
Cunningham.
quite good for Josie Cunningham's
To worm her
stories.
way back into the spotlight. The list of ridiculous things she's done is longer than her council-paid tax bill. This time we genuinely believe she's outdone herself. It all started yesterday morning when reports surfaced that the Yorkshire Benefits Queen would be informing the father of her baby, one man from a possible three, that he now has a daughter via a Christmas card on Christmas Eve.
Right.
This...
Right.
Like... So she's got, I think there's 3 possible dads.
Yeah.
She's going to send out 3 Christmas cards.
Right.
2 of them it's going to say, you're not the father, and 1 it's going to say, congratulations, you're a father.
How does she know which one it is?
I think she had DNA tests.
Right.
So she got the 3 DNA tests. She got the results back.
Right.
She's going to let the one that is know that his test came back positive match.
Via a Christmas
card. What a present. What a present.
What a classy person.
But that isn't the worst of it. So this morning the news broke. This was 7 days ago, so last Sunday.
Right.
This morning the news broke that Cunningham, who once threatened to abort her unborn daughter to appear. You'll find out why I
Okay.
made that mistake. Unborn daughter to appear on Celebrity Big Brother. Sight reading. Has now launched a website encouraging girls to get pregnant and live on benefits.
Oh my god, I'm about to explode.
So, Cunningham has played a pivotal role in the creation of said website, where women can arrange seedy, unprotected sex sessions with strangers in an attempt to get pregnant.
The fuck?
This is a real website she has launched.
Oh god.
So there's a website there that encourages unprotected sex just to get pregnant. I can't remember the name of the website, but it has something to do with that. It's basically get pregnant to get yourself higher up on the council list. So you can get a house.
I hate her. I hate her with
I thought
every
you would
inch
love
of
that.
my fucking being.
I thought you would
I have
like
a
that.
lot of underlying issues at the moment anyway, and I can direct her. I can direct
Tom's
it all at
hand
her.
shaking.
As if people actually, to be fair, as if people actually need to be told this and advised about this. But
they've banned face sitting and squirting and things like that.
But they allow this kind of stuff.
They're allowing women who want to get pregnant to meet up with guys who just want sex and no responsibilities.
And they're not going to have to pay paternity, probably.
No, they will, because the type of women that will do this
will then
go,
bleed everyone dry for everything
you're the dad,
possible.
so you have to give me money. The type of women that get pregnant just to get a house will have no problems claiming fucking...
Yeah, you're entirely right.
Claiming money from the
None
fathers.
of them have got any moral scruples whatsoever.
It's fucking terrible idea. But she's a big part of this website.
Do we send her a Christmas card?
No. It's not, is it really worth it?
We could put some sort of powder in there. And
well, no, I think we might get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, I've just broadcast that. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No. So, also she left a tweet. She put out a tweet that you might appreciate on the 27th of November. Cringe. Hadn't finished moving everything from my old house. Council changed the locks, and I've left my dildo on the side. # mortified. Yummy.
You deserve everything you get.
Speaking of tweets, this is a quick one. You might not like this one.
Oh no.
Cunty Hopkins.
Oh yes. Oh, it's like it's like the worst threesome in the world.
On the 1st of December, someone killed themselves in front of my train today. Again. How many times have I got to tell you? Stop being selfish. I'm a busy lady. Let's leave that one there, shall we?
This has been episode 99 of Anywhere But Here podcast. I've been Tom.
I've been Ant.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, stay tuned for episode 100 next week. Yeah. It's a good one.
Honestly. Oh. I think I'm going to throw up. Oh.